With Nintendo dropping the first look trailer for the Switch 2 last night, I thought now would be the perfect time to make my first video. I'm going to go through the trailer and go over things that stood out to me, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm worried about, and some predictions of what's to come. A large change is that they lock in magnetically rather than sliding in, like the original Switch. I don't really feel anything either way about this change because whether the Joy-Cons slide in or latch on doesn't really make a difference to me. However, I have seen people express concerns over the strength of the magnets. Obviously they won't fall off from their own weight, but I wonder if the magnets will be strong enough for you to pick up the console by the Joy-Con. Ultimately, I don't really think this is an issue because the designers would have thought of these problems beforehand and solved them. The main thing for me with the Joy-Cons was the extra buttons. In this shot, we see the SL, SR, and Connect buttons that were present on the original, but now there is also the slot for the magnet, a mouse sensor of some sort, and two other things that look like buttons, but could be part of the magnetic mechanism. Assuming that they aren't part of the mechanism, they are probably secondary trigger buttons. However, I think it would be really cool if there were some kind of programmable buttons, like the triggers on the back of Xbox Elite controllers. Something that I'm in two minds about is the branding and the choice of name, Switch 2. Of course, the Switch was immensely popular, and it makes sense to continue that, but we saw essentially the same thing happen back in 2012 with the release of the Wii U, following the Wii's similar level of success. Branding it as the Wii U made many people think that it was an accessory to the Wii, rather than its own unique console. This resulted in the Wii U only selling 13.56 million copies, and it would suck to see this sort of thing happen again with the Switch 2. On the other hand, 2012 was 13 years ago now, and in that time, gaming has become such a large presence in society, with most people being or knowing someone who plays games. While this pattern is a bit of a concern, I think that the anticipation for the Switch 2 is so great that it just can't fail like the Wii U. For example, the most popular Wii U trailer I could find was uploaded by IGN and has had 14 million views in 13 years. By comparison, the Switch 2 first look trailer has over 14 million views in 17 hours and is number one on trending at time of recording. This is pretty much it for my thoughts on the console itself, which leaves the little gameplay clip they showed at the end. As a huge Mario Kart fan, I am very happy that they showed us a little bit of gameplay regardless of how real or developed it is. A big thing that lots of people are talking about, and is probably going to be the main gimmick of this game, is that there are 24 player slots at the finish line. Whether this will be an optional setting is something I'm interested in because 12 player games are already quite chaotic at times, but 24 players in a race will be insane. The course they showed in this snippet is called Mario Bros. Circuit. Whether this will be its final name upon release is something we'll have to see, but is certainly a pretty cool looking track. From what I can see in the footage, it looks like this is a simple loop, but this isn't unusual as I've seen many tracks like this in the past. I assume that we will find out about what games the Switch 2 will launch with in the coming months, or at least in the Nintendo Direct in April, but my prediction is that it will launch with Mario Kart 9 and the next Zelda game. This next prediction might be a bit bold, but I don't think we will be getting a new 3D Mario platformer until maybe a few months after the launch, and apart from Mario Kart 9 being in the first look trailer, I don't actually have any evidence for my predictions, so they're probably wrong, but I do think it would be really cool if it launched with an F-Zero game. Well, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my video, then consider leaving a like and subscribing, because there's more content to come. This is just a video I made quickly in a day after I saw the announcement, but I have better content in the works, so if you're interested, stay tuned.